Chapter 23. The eastern gauntlet, the mid-morning sun of August 17th, 2025, cast a sickly glow over Jack's homestead. Its 100 acres of scorched fields, shattered orchards, and stream-powered turbine of battlefield etched with defiance. Jenny Jack stood at the east fence, her knife gripped tight, her botanist satchel slung across her chest, yarrow and chamomile dwindling, a crowbar her only other weapon. At 28, her hands were meant for healing herbs, not spilling blood. But Carter's trucks roaring down the eastern road, their red bandanas glinting, demanded a warrior. The pharaoh howl from the woods, raw and hungry, lingered in her ears, a new threat born of starvation and madness, as Crawgator had warned. The bunker, 40 feet below, held their heart, Ellie, Lila, Clara, the new girls, Grandma, Martha, and the prisoners, but the fight was here, and Jenny's resolve was steel. Jimmy crouched beside her, his crossbow bloodied, his shoulder bandaged, his hunter's eyes sharp despite the pain. Grandpa Jax leaned on his .308 rifle, his Vietnam scars, stitched leg, wounded arm, bleeding through, but his journal's lessons burned in his gaze. Sam clutched his machete, his fire for Lila's shield, his arm grazed from the feral clash. The ledgers, stolen from Carter's warehouse, named the general's Cleveland meeting tomorrow, a chance to end his trafficking empire. Crawgator's ham radio intel, Pharaoh's ironclad allies, the general steel plant, gave him a path, but Carter's assault was now, and the homestead survival hung by a thread. Trucks mean numbers, Grandpa growled, his voice rough as gravel. Carter's got 20, maybe 30 bikes for speed. We use the traps, what's left, then fall back to the bunker. Jenny's heart pounded, her botanist eye scanning the woods, broken snares, spent pits, but a few tripwires intact. Fire worked on the pharaohs, she said, her voice steady. Flares, maybe black powder traps. We draw Carter east, thin him before he hits a bunker. Jimmy's crossbow aimed, his voice taut. The general's in Cleveland, Ledger says tomorrow. We hold here, then split, small team to Cleveland, rest fortify. But Carter's got to break first. Grandpa's journal was in his belt, his rifle up. Jenny, Sam, north flank. Set flares, rig traps. Jimmy, me, east barricade. Hold the line. Signal Grandma to lock down. Jenny nodded, her satchel light, but her resolve heavy. She grabbed Sam, sprinting north, her crowbar ready. The walkie crackled, Jimmy's voice sharp. Grandma, it's Jimmy. Carter's trucks, east road, big force. Bunker lockdown, now. Over. Grandma's reply was steel. Copy. Hatch sealed. Ellie's on the radio, girls armed. Fight smart. Over. Jenny and Sam reached the north fence, its barricade splintered, decoys, stuffed clothes, still standing. She lit a flare, bunker stock, tossing it into the brush, sparking a fire to draw Carter's men. Sam reset a tripwire, his machete trembling, his voice fierce. For Lila, we stop him. The engines roared, 3 trucks and 2 bikes bursting from the eastern road, 20 men spilling out, red bandanas stark, rifles and machetes gleaming. Carter led, his bald head scarred, shotgun raised, his shout ablaze. Jax! Your bunker's mine and Ellie's dead. Jimmy's crossbow fired, a bolt dropping a man. Grandpa's rifle cracked, wounding another, but Carter's gang surged, 15 charging east, 5 north. Traps sprang. A scream as a man tripped a wire, a snare yanking him off his feet. But the numbers were a tide, Molotov arcing, flames licking the barricades. Jenny tossed another flare, the fire spreading, slowing the north flank. Sam's machete slashed, grazing a man, but a bullet grazed Jenny's leg, blood seeping. She gritted her teeth, her yarrow pouch empty, her crowbar swinging, knocking a rifle from a man's hands. Sam, hold the line, she shouted, her flashlight blinding another, giving Sam a strike. The walkie crackled, east breaking. Grandpa's voice was strained. Carter's through. 10 men left. Need backup. Over. Jenny's heart clenched. The bunker was too close. Ellie's radio their hope. Sam, stay. Keep the fire going. She yelled, sprinting east, pain shooting through her leg. The east barricade was chaos. Jimmy pinned, his crossbow empty, knife slashing a man. Grandpa fired, his rifle wounding Carter's shoulder, but the buzzcut lieutenant led 8 men, their machetes hacking, a truck ramming the fence. Jenny dug behind a log, her crowbar smashing a man's knee, Jimmy's knife felling another. "Grandpa, fall back," she shouted, tossing her last flare, the fire roaring, forcing Carter's men to scatter. But a howl, guttural, inhuman, broke the chaos, ferals bursting from the woods, 6 ragged figures, eyes wild, claws raking. They ignored the Jackses, lunging at Carter's men, tearing into a bandana wearer, blood spraying. "Ferals!" Jimmy yelled, grabbing Grandpa, retreating to the shed, the bunkers hatch below. Carter's gang faltered, 3 men down to Ferals, their screams a nightmare. Carter roared, his shotgun blasting a feral, but the distraction gave Jenny time to rig a black powder trap, bunker stock, a small charge near the truck. She lit the fuse, diving for cover as it exploded, shrapnel tearing the truck's side, scattering Carter's men. Inside, Grandpa barked, limping, blood dripping. They sealed the hatch, the bunkers hum a refuge, the howls and gunfire muffled above. Grandma greeted them, her pistol up, stitching Jenny's leg, her nurse's hand steady. Ellie worked the radio, static alive, a voice general. Carter's losing, secure Cleveland, fading. Clara and Lila held rifles, the new girl's crowbars, Martha guarding Nate, and the scout, now conscious, his eyes darting. We held. Jimmy gasped, his crossbow reloaded. Ferals hit Carter's men, saved us, but they're still out there. Grandpa leaned against a crate, his rifle empty, his voice grim. Carter's hurt, lost half his force. The Ferals are a wild card. Crawgetter was right, fire and traps work. We use them to guard the homestead. Jenny's leg throbbed, but her botanist's resolve was iron. The ledger says Cleveland, tomorrow, 71, steel plant. We go, find a general, link with ironclad. But the bunker's weak, and those Ferals. Grandma's pistol gleamed, her voice calm. Split, Jimmy, Jenny, Sam, Nate to Cleveland, small team, dawn tomorrow. Me, Grandpa, Ellie, Clara, Lila, Martha. The girls hold the bunker. We fortify. Traps, fires, use the Ferals against Carter. Ellie's radio crackled, her voice fierce. I got Big Jack, Cleveland, pulling out, scared of the general. He's at the steel plant, guarded heavy, but the loading dock Nate mentioned, it's real weak. Nate's voice broke, his bound hands raised. I'll guide you. 71, avoid Columbus. My sister's with the general, I swear. Sam's machete steadied, his eyes on Lila. I'm going for her, for all of them. But Nate won't lie. Jimmy's eyes met Jenny's, his crossbow a vow. We trust Nate for now. Cleveland's our shot general, ironclad, and Carter's network. Grandpa's journal opened, his pen scratching. The head falls. Fortified today, traps, barricades, fire pits for Ferals. Cleveland team, rest, move at dawn. Grandma, your command here. Jenny's satchel was empty, but her botanist's heart burned. I'll prep traps, black powder, snares. Ellie, keep the radio live. Track the general. Clara, Lila, teach the girls to set snares. Clara nodded, her rifle steady. We'll fight like you. The walkie crackled, Martha's voice sharp. Eastwood's Ferals, moving fast, not attacking. Carter's trucks pulling back, but lights, South Road, new bikes. Over. Grandpa's rifle was up, his voice grim. Carter's regrouping, and the Ferals are circling. Fortify now. Jenny's knife gleamed. Ellie's radio a spark. Lila's hand in Sam's reason. The gauntlet had been run, but Cleveland loomed, and the homestead steel faced its darkest test.